Welcome to 90 Day Fiance.
Three
Three
way.
ways to replay.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right, episode 9, Bad Blood. Who has bad blood? Do you guys think?
Everybody has bad blood. Except Bilal and Shaeeda. There was no bad blood for them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Well, kind of, because she really wants to have children. Of course, this is like their same story, as last episode, except this time they're involving his family, and they're like all sitting around the table eating, and I'm like, is that Bilal's twin? Did
Yeah.
his brother look just like him?
Well, his sister also kind of looks like
You're
him.
right. We look like triplets.
Yeah.
They all
Bilal's mom just looks so regal every time she's on camera.
that
She's
headpiece.
she's very, I don't know. There's something about her. Je ne sais quoi. I can't put my hand on it.
Is it her poise?
It looks like it. She looks
Mhm.
very queenly.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Like she doesn't seem very reactionary. She's very calm all the time.
Very calm.
So in her calm way, she said, yes, you should talk to Bilal about this. They're like Shaeeda basically brings up like, yeah, we went to the doctor and they said that I have like a low egg reserve and I need to have a baby now today. And the sister's like, oh my, oh geez, oh. And like, was Bilal there when the doctor gave all that information? Yep, he was there. We just never really talked about it afterwards. And then like, okay, come on. What's gonna be the difference? She's gonna bring it up to Bilal. He's just gonna say the same stuff. Right?
Mhm.
The end.
It doesn't seem like what were we trying to say here about Bilal? Do you think negatively of him? Or do you think he's right to give it a little bit of time, let them enjoy being married for a little bit rather than rushing into it? Because, like, his sister did have their son at 43. Maybe, that might not be Shaida's outcome. Her prognosis seems poor. But can you enjoy being married first before like rushing into a baby? Because I feel like I'm siding with him a little bit.
What?
This filming of this episode started 7 weeks after their wedding.
Well, they've been seeing each other for 2 years, but not in person.
This is their first Ramadan together. They have a lot of different firsts that I feel like they have to experience together before you put a baby in it.
I mean, you are pregnant for 9 months, 10, actually.
But then your life is about being pregnant.
What?
I mean, I agree under like a normal relationship, but with Bilal and Shaeeda, he knew that that's what she wanted before they got married, so he might as well just do it. Do it now. Because her prognosis is bad. So like why force her to wait until she even has like a even worse chance of getting pregnant?
Also, we know she is not going to be leaving Bilal. She's like, if he doesn't want to have kids, and I'm leaving. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he'll be able to finagle, say some kind of words of Bilal that goes round in a circle that will make her change her mind and see it his way.
Yeah, I agree. She probably won't ever leave Bilal. So what's gonna happen then? Like if Bilal doesn't want to have a kid and then she doesn't leave and they wait and then she never gets one.
Oh, that's so sad.
Isn't that sad? You don't want that for Shy.
I know.
That's the strategy. That's the play here.
Yeah. I could not. Could you be okay? I don't know. Can you guys put yourself in that mindset of a woman who wants to have kids? And the idea that every single time he's making you wait. I couldn't do that because once I had my mindset that I want to have kids, it's like, okay, we need to get on it now. Come on. It needs to happen today, like right now. I'm a very impatient person. Something as important as this. Can you guys, do you think you could wait if you really want to have kids?
Considering that I just waited like an entire year for a car I really wanted, I feel like I could wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
But I don't know, my health wasn't at risk. So maybe
Right.
during my surgery, since I had to make a decision, I couldn't really wait.
Yeah, so what if, the longer you wait, the chances of you getting a car that you wanted decreased?
Yeah, this
Mhm.
is not the same. That's not bringing us into that. It's not
Yeah,
the
that's
same.
right.
Okay. Was that it for them?
That's it. It was just a lot. I don't know how long. Is this going to be to the end? Did they film all of this in one day? I feel
She's gonna
like
be
they're whole.
pregnant by the end of the season.
No, I don't
This
think
bitch better be
so.
having like triplets.
Yes, I wish that for her.
Really sock it to that Bilal.
Yes,
Mm.
right. I like that. I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed for you, Shy. I hope you have
Mhm.
multiples.
Yes.
All right, let's move on. Do we want to do Kim and Usman?
Yeah.
What a muy triste story, man.
It is a muy triste. She's crying again.
No,
Okay,
I
anyway.
love it. I love
You
it.
love her crying?
I love their whole storyline. It's so stupid.
So basically, we pick up where Kim is like, I would never bribe you. And she starts crying. Like, if anybody knows me, like, they knows I would never do that.
Oh, actually,
But
she did do
insulting.
really good in that speech.
I
Didn't you
agree.
She did.
think?
She did.
She held her, like, she definitely held her own.
Yeah, she did. She wasn't like looking around for cups or anything. She's like, she just has to say.
Not in this scene.
Not in this scene.
Not in this scene.
But anyway, like she's basically she's paying for the sins of the ex-wife, which sucks for her. But I mean, if you're from such a traditional culture and you see like this pattern, like I don't know, like wouldn't you treat it the same way? Since it's very specific, like American older lady, of course you would be, like um suspicious, right? And then they put forth the idea of like, you know, you can be the second wife as long as he has a house of wife first. And Kim was like, hell no. Mm-mm,
I
no
am
way.
nobody's second wife. I am nobody's second wife.
Yeah. Um, and then in the car ride, it looks like they start getting along again. And they start saying that, that they're gonna get through it. It's them against the world, like you might rather die and we gonna die together. So that looks like. So do you think
Usman.
like
Mm.
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Usman was like strangely optimistic after that.
Yeah. Do you think like having something to fight against brings people together in a way that is distracting against the relationship?
Yeah, Jenny and Sumit.
I agree. Like because there's something you have to come together and fight against, it distracts from all of your other issues and you sort of like forces you to try and, makes you want to fight together. But at the same time, it covers up things that you should probably listen to about the relationship. But anyway, and then they get a pedicure from the dude. Kim is distracted by it. She's trying to have a conversation, a serious conversation with a guy is giving her a pedicure. Could you have a serious conversation while some guy's lifting your feet up and clipping your toenails?
Yes.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
could?
Mhm.
And he's just like listening to it, listening to your
Yes.
conversation. Have you ever gotten a pedicure and had a conversation like in the chair with like somebody?
I've never
No.
gotten a pedicure.
You never got a pedicure?
Have
No, I don't
you?
like people touching my
No.
feet.
You don't like people touching your feet?
No, I'm not a feet person.
Like, what does it make you feel when somebody touches your feet?
Odd. Don't touch
Hmm.
them. they've touched the ground.
Well, they're gonna wash it too.
I mean, they're there to make it beautiful, to clean it and make it beautiful.
Yeah, but I don't look at my feet. Who are they gonna look good for? God.
What do you mean for everybody? Don't you wear slippers?
Not really.
It's for you. It's for you to
It's
appreciate.
for me, just knowing that I look pretty
Yeah.
for me. I don't need to
Yeah.
please no man.
That's right.
Well, that's what Kim is thinking, kind of. They fight again, and then basically, when Kim starts bringing up the stuff about I don't want to be a second wife, Usman tries to humble her, and he tries to put in her this attitude that's sort of similar to like you should be appreciative of of my status. I mean, it comes across very kind of cold-hearted, but I think it's true. He's a famous rapper, and she's Kim. She Kim.
She came from San Diego. All right.
She's
Do
Kim.
not
Like, it's
disrespect.
true.
Put some respect on her name.
Well, Kim is like, what do you mean you said I'm ugly?
It should be about love. It should not be about
Is
beauty.
you saying I'm ugly?
She's like, oh, I'm ugly now. Oh, I'm ugly now.
Oh, hell no.
Oh,
Hell
I'm ugly now.
He didn't say it, but he kind of implied it, like he could get girls that are prettier than you, Kim.
Oh, well, okay. When he was having this conversation at the end, when he was talking to the camera, I mean, I don't know. I guess what he was trying to say is like, he was trying to prove maybe that he truly loved Kim. He's like, listen, there's a lot of different type of women out there, but I didn't pick any of them. I don't care about any of them, whatever. I have opportunity to message them, but I don't. And, I mean, come on. I mean, he said, what is it that you can offer me that's more than a kid, than more than a child? So that just shows that I truly love you. So he kind of like helped couch himself from all that negative stuff he was saying about I could get somebody prettier, somebody this, somebody that, but I don't because I love you. And he's like, all right, Kim, you're older and you can't give me a child, and that's like something amazing. What could you give me that is worth a child? But I still love you. You know what I mean? So he's trying to kind of excuse that stuff.
Yeah, I know where he's coming from and what he's trying to get across. But like if you're somebody like Kim,
yeah, exactly.
And somebody says like, you should humble
super
yourself.
sensitive.
Like,
yeah,
exactly. You're not going to want to humble yourself, and especially since she's fighting to be the first wife. And then Usman just throws all of his other options out. I mean, yeah, I agree. Like he's saying, even though I have the other options, I'm with you because I love you. But Kim to hear about the other options, it's like it's not. It doesn't make her want to, like, oh, okay, well, he chose me over everybody else, so I should humble myself. And just all she can hear is the other options and how she's not that.
Do you think being the second wife is such a big deal? Like, what is a big deal?
I don't know. Well, I think it's because her past. She's traumatized. Like, she says she'll never know another man like manipulate her, even though she does it all the time.
Right.
With the yammy. She gets manipulated by the yammy.
That's right. She's already accepted him having multiple wives. So what's the difference between her being the first or the second?
It's a pride thing,
You're right.
She went through all that. She fought through all this just to be the second wife.
She's going to be the second wife. She's going to accept it. What do you think? 100% she's going to accept it.
But then she's going to have to qualify it every time she says it,
Like, what is
she'd
she
be like,
say?
oh, I'm the second wife, but it just means that, I just spend, he just has to take care of his kids because of his culture. But for me, he still listens to me and does all the stuff that I want. So it's fine as long as if he calls me the second wife, it's fine.
Yes, it's true. That's exactly
It's so stupid.
She's gonna say all that.
Get another guy where she won't be the second wife.
But he's not gonna be what you call it? the ambassador to Africa or out from Africa.
Yeah, and he's not going
Finally,
to be a superstar.
yeah, Soldier Boy. Isn't that she got? What is she gonna have to get up all these pedicures from random people?
She didn't even get
Surprise!
one.
I thought she was.
And no, I think only he did.
I was
She didn't
mostly
want one.
like surprised that when she got up, she didn't throw that like whatever they were drinking at him. Could
I
you
know,
imagine if she did?
right?
Yeah, I did feel bad for her because even though like I don't know, by now it's kind of hard to feel bad like for her situation because they've had the same fight over and over. But
Yeah, why did you feel bad?
well, when she has the feelings of like he called me ugly, I was like, oh, it's okay, kid.
That was kind of cold. I mean, it's kind of like the elephant in the room. Like it's something that we were all thinking about. And I was kind of wondering, like, does he know? Does he feel that way or no? Like, does he, really love Kim and think she's beautiful and all of that? And now we know the
Well,
truth of it. He
he does,
does.
yeah.
He does really notice all those things that everybody else has noticed.
But also like his first wife was also like was even worse than Kim,
I
right?
know.
So he must really love Kim, right?
It's so weird. He's just a weird character. He's like a weird dude. He's like his brother or something who was like, I don't know why he keeps bringing around these women. I don't know why he likes these type of women. I mean, right on to you, Cougars. Give you all the props.
Hmm.
That just shows. Don't be afraid to go after it. You never know. They might say yes.
That's true. You gotta shoot your shot.
That's right. Shoot your shot, people.
All right, except for them.
Okay, yeah. So we know that she's just gonna go back and accept it. Oh, also in like one of like when he's talking to camera, he does say he believes in time Kim will accept being the second wife. So he already knows that he could manipulate Kim and that she's eventually gonna change her mind.
Hmm. She probably
Second
will.
by law, but first in his heart.
There you go. He can say that and she'll eat that up. She'll love it.
I'm sure the Yami will help. As long as she gets the Yami she needs, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
She just pay for it. Why do you have to marry this guy?
Now she wants to feel the love too.
But could you imagine if she, or if he picks a wife that's like super young and super pretty? She's gonna be
Oh
real insecure.
man.
She's gonna have a lot of issues.
Oh yeah.
You talk about Angela and Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Angela's crying about Michael, saying that she still kind of loves him, but proceeds to yell at him when he finally gets her to sit down at a table. And it's all about this Instagram BS again. He's basically saying he wants to be an influencer because he needs to make money for his family. This is expected of him as a 34-year-old Nigerian man. She doesn't want to send him money, so he needs to figure it out. And so she's saying that this is affecting our relationship. I'm telling you to take it down, and you won't. And now I feel like Michael's kind of stepped up for himself here because he's like, you're doing the same thing with some other TikTok guys.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like her response to that? Was she only really trying to get his attention? I felt like she was just trying to get her own attention.
I second that because she was doing that with her doctor too, her plastic surgery doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to his birthday party.
There's footage in 4K, Angela, of you doing all of these same things that you're blaming Michael for. And you're just as guilty. And I think Michael was right. It's like you just want your voice to be heard and no one else's. And why should he go to America if he's just going to sit there and take it?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, could you imagine looking at Angela in 4K? He's like a
Oh
villain.
man. I right.
The way she talked to him at the table was so nasty.
I
So
was
nasty.
oh my god, I was gonna bring that up. I was scared for him when she all of a sudden like turned that switch and she like kicked the table and she was like, F you, right? Like she
Like
just looked like crazy.
that's how you talk to like your worst enemy.
Exactly not how you talk to somebody you supposedly love.
Uh-huh.
How could, and then the way she justifies that is by saying, well, I love him so much, but he hurts me. And, I'm a fighter, but I love him so much. And this is how I act. And like, no, that is not okay.
Yeah, it's terrible to
Imagine.
watch.
It is terrible. Like she looks straight up scary.
Yeah. She has a very violent tendency.
Yeah.
Poor Michael.
Yeah, they need to get a divorce. Michael, you're making the right choice, buddy.
He is. Like America is not worth it. No.
Not for this lady.
Yes,
She's gonna put you in like the armpit of America. You might as well not come.
You've got your fame from this show. Go ahead and find some other American lady.
Yeah. Go be a 90-day influencer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So way she got up and just started cursing him and like changed. It was like talking to an enemy. Someone that you hate on the street because they cut you off or something.
Yeah, that's it for them. Michael's got until the morning to figure out his life, whether or not he wants to stay with her. And that means taking down the Instagram.
But it's so frustrating to see him go up to him and be like, oh, I love you and stuff like that, and try to like salvage a relationship. It's like, Michael, she will never, she's never gonna change. She's never gonna like allow you to have a say in the relationship. I believe what he says when he says, it should not be only her. I should also be able to have a say. It's true, but she's never gonna change. So Michael, you gotta let it go.
Yeah, you gotta let it go.
I wish Angela and Ed would get together and make each other miserable.
Oh, Ed is the worst.
Isn't
worse
he?
than Angela, dude.
Yeah.
I can't
Do
even.
you think he's worse than Angela?
Looks like an angel compared to Ed.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Why?
Ed is really gross. Just the way he talks. So, I mean, I've only really ever seen him talk to Rose and
Liz.
what's his girl's name? Liz, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nasty. He says really nasty things. Apparently, when they fight, it's really bad. Things that he says too. I don't know, dude. He's gross.
So you would take Angela's treatment over Ed's treatment?
Yeah, because Angela might be violent, but Ed got you in like the cultish mindset.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, like you can see Angela for what she is.
Yeah. Like, she's a bitch, right? I look at that lady and know she's a bitch. But this guy, he manipulates you in a way, twists your words against you, and makes you look like the bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Will? Are you on the same?
I agree. Like, he is a manipulator, and he will like have you in that torturous loop or cycle where you're like going back and forth. Where Angela, you can see her coming a mile away. Like, she's terrible.
Right. He is so bad. Just seeing what he's doing to Liz is like, when he cried, I feel nothing for you. Nothing. You deserve every terrible thing under the sun. Worse than anything Liz has done to you. I feel so bad for her. So it's just basically the same crap, like a continuation of their fight. She comes home, she finds a ring, she meets up with her best friend, and her best friend's like, yeah, get rid of him. He's terrible for you. And so she comes home, gives him back the ring, and then falls asleep. And then he brings up the argument again, says, I don't want to, let's talk about this. We're not for each other. We have a lot of issues. We need to break up again, and he just brings up all that stuff. And she's like, well, what's your problem? Like, I am not a lesbian. I'm not, what insecurities do you have? Like, I've already answered you. So you could just tell that she's still caught in that loop with him. Like she's dying to, I don't know. I feel like she's just gonna get back together with him again.
No, God, please don't.
Right? Don't you think it's so frustrating? I hate watching them. I hate watching them because you know she's just going to turn around and get back with him. Especially when he's like, I love you, but I just can't. I don't trust you. So now she feels bad on top
Yep.
of thinking that he loves her. So it's like, okay, you love me, but you don't trust me, so it's my fault. But it's like, if only I could get you to trust me because I know you love me. That's like some serious manipulation right there.
Yeah, he says at one point, like she accuses him of being insecure, and he says, I'm insecure because I'm with somebody like you.
Hmm.
So now it's her fault that he's insecure and she needs to change, which is like, that's some grade A manipulation right there.
I know.
Man.
I feel like she thinks also that his insecurities is a sign of love. Like, oh, look, he's jealous of this girl and this thing and that means that he really loves me, and all of his manipulative behavior also means that he loves her. And it's like, man, Liz, you need to go to therapy, please, please. Because at the same time, I feel like she's really self-aware and she notices a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that she knows, like when she makes comments, it sounds like she's there, but she just can't let go. The whole love makes you do crazy things, I think. Has her in that cycle that she can't break out of.
Yeah.
It's really, really frustrating because just like when you think it's going to be the end, like right now, he's saying this is the end. We're not going to get married, blah, blah, blah. You know that they're going to get back together. And I'm like, oh God, I just know. I know that it's going to end. The season's going to end with them getting married.
No, God, please, no.
Yes. And I hate it. I hate watching it. Like, Liz, stop. But, she has to do it herself in the end. That's
I
it with
agree.
them.
Okay. Do we want to move on to Jovi? Yara?
Yes. This is fun.
Yeah. Basically it's their trip going to Prague, right? So we catch up with them and they're just basically getting ready to leave. They're packing and stuff. And then I think at one point Jovi's mom asked Jovi, what are you gonna do if you want to communicate with your mother-in-law? And Jovi's like, well, if she wants to talk to me, she can learn English, which is such a douchey thing to say. It's very Jovi.
Right? Do you think he says things like that on purpose just to get a reaction?
I don't know.
He's just a troll.
Maybe. But do you guys think, like, would you go out of your way to impress your mother-in-law?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like person's gonna be in your life forever, especially if you have a kid and you want babysitting. Right?
He was over there like, will you be the babysitter? Will you watch it tomorrow? Can you watch baby tomorrow? Because he want to go out tomorrow.
Why when he lands in Prague, like only Jovi would want to party in like a time of war in Europe. That was his first thought. He's like, I'm ready to drink. Like, you're not here for that, Jovi. Anyway, they get on the plane and then Yara looks good. She always looks good, even on the plane. Do you dress up for the plane?
Not so much anymore. Now you got to dress
Yeah.
for TSA, not the plane.
That's true. You got to
Right.
dress to be comfortable.
I used to a long time ago, like when, maybe like as a kid, teenager. But now I feel like it's become a lot more casual. It's not like before.
Mm. Yeah, most of the time people are in like sweatpants,
Mhm.
pajamas,
Leggings. That's what I
Yeah.
do. That's my standard flying yoga pants.
Makes sense because people are like, people want to go to sleep, so they're gonna dress to go to
Mhm.
sleep. I mean, you wouldn't put on a full face of makeup, but Yara had. Well, I guess it's different because she knows the camera's gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta never let them catch you slipping, man.
Yeah, that's true. Because that, there's a screenshot of that. It's gonna be there forever, right? But anyway, they have a beautiful reunion with the mom, and she's crying, and she's so happy to meet Mila.
Actually, I teared up a little bit. It was so sweet, the
Did you?
reunion. Yeah. Can you imagine being away from your mom for so long? That's a long
Mhm.
time, 2.5
Yeah,
years.
yeah, and they start messing with Joey by talking about him in Ukrainian, which is funny. It's what you get, Joey, for not learning the language.
There you go. Right. If you want to
And
understand, then learn Ukrainian. There you
mhm.
Is
go.
Ukrainian a language? Don't they speak Russian?
I don't know.
I'm sure there's a difference.
I think there is. I feel like they do have it. Is it Russian?
Yeah, because didn't well, I guess Natalie's also Ukrainian.
Go
But they
Google.
spoke with Julia, who speaks Russian.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then basically Yara's mom is talking or is acting exactly how Yara thought she would. She's going to like dote over Mila and want to, take care of her, like basically be attached to Hip. And then she talks smack a little bit about Miss Gwen, comparing her to her mom. It's like
Mm.
that's what I thought. This was what I wanted Miss Gwen to be. I love Miss
Hmm.
Gwen, but I wanted her, to be like my mom. And I was like, is it the grandparents' duty to take care of your kids?
It is. Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
They raised you. It's their time to fly, though, right? It's their time to relax.
No, of course not. Right. We all
Do you
have
want
a
them to
role to
raise kids
play.
again and
Yeah,
win
they
their
have to
heart as a
help.
as a baby kid, as a
Yes,
child?
they must help. Yes. Because when they become,
Hmm.
old and decrepit, they're gonna
Hmm.
need help and they're gonna look towards us. And I'm like, well, you didn't help me.
They raised you,
Right.
so that's
I was like, well,
they
that's
gave
your
to you, and they're your baby.
but that was your duty as a parent. Now
Uh,
this is your duty as a grandparent.
I don't think so.
Yes. As a
No,
grandparent, this is your duty.
I gotta take Miss Gwen's side. I ain't nobody's babysitter.
That's right, Miss Gwen. That's right, Miss Gwen.
All right, then. Don't be upset when you hear those same words when you're in your bed and you can't get up and you need
Mm.
somebody to clean your butt and all of that. I'm like, well, you know what? I ain't no caretaker. Bye.
Well,
They
they
took
took
care
care
of
of you, so
you.
you have to take care of them
Yeah.
now.
Okay. Well, well, I ain't no old person sitter. Okay. I ain't no elderly sitter. Take that.
Okay, so what if they had what if you had kids young and your mom had kids young, so her mom was still alive. So if your mom took care of your kid, would it be okay for you to take care of your mom and your mom's mom?
No, because then my mom will have to take care of her own mom, like you take care of
But just take care
grandma.
of your
That's
mom,
your
your
mom.
kids.
Well, you have to you got to be able to multitask. If you're a parent, you got to be able to
But you're
multitask.
younger. She's already a grandparent.
Well, I'm off making money to help support all of this. Hello, I'm making money to support all of us, all y'all. We ain't gonna have no roof over our heads. Okay. You think I married a millionaire? No, we're all working up in here. Do you want to go to work or do you want to stay home and watch kids?
I think you better go to work.
I know. At least I get real money. I don't get any money being watching your kids. We all have to play a part.
That's true. It's all give and take here. It's all give and take.
But also, there is Ukrainian language. Okay. 67% of the population speak it and 30% speak Russian as their first
Nice.
language.
Mm.
So So we're not going to sound very ignorant. Unless we
So
already
hear
do.
that, guys, on the
I don't
comment
know.
section.
Yeah.
Ukrainian is a language.
Don't get us.
All right. That's it for them.
Okay, last but not least, Jenny and Sumit. Okay. So Sumit wanted to meet up with his parents, but they didn't show, and it turned out to be his aunt and brother and sister-in-law. And like the aunt, who is the sister of his mom, basically tells him what's up and says that his mom is doing terribly. People are calling her and making fun of her. And she's just basically like hysterical and she couldn't come. And it's all his fault. He's the only one who has the power to make things right. Like he needs to make things right. And I was actually shocked with the way Sumit said, no, I tried to do it your guys' way. They married who they wanted me to. It turned out bad. I'm really happy with Jenny. This is my life and they need to accept it. And they're like, no, this is not right. You need to have kids. And he's like, okay, well, if the only problem is that I need to have kids to have a full life, then fine, I'll do that. I'll have kids. It's like, have you spoken to Jenny about it? He's like, no. Like, well, So what do you think about this statement of Sumit wanting to be, he's going to be a parent and have kids?
No one has done a ultrasound scan of Jenny's ovary yet to see how many eggs she has in reserves.
You got one egg.
Jenny's one egg. No, dude, I think she's hatched them all.
You're right. When he said, yes, I will have kids, I was like, wow, is he already thinking about when Jenny dies?
Yeah, I
Holy
thought that
moly,
too.
that's messed
That's
up.
exactly what I thought. I was like, don't tell them not to worry. I will have kids in this generation.
Yeah, like he was so confident when he said it. I was like, oh shit, that's messed up. He's already thinking about Jenny's death.
I mean,
No, but he did say that he can adopt or surrogacy. I
Jen's
don't
not
know
gonna
how
want that,
Jenny would
man.
feel about that. I know.
She's living her best Indian life right now.
She is. She likes India more than America, which is what Sumit says when he proposes this idea. No, what did he? When Jenny proposes the idea of them going to the US because his family will never accept her or them. So come on, let's go to the US. And he doesn't want to. So what do you think? Do you think that his family will actually be happy if he had kids and they would accept Jenny?
No.
Not if it's adopted.
But okay, let's say if it was his own. Do you think they would be happy?
Not with Jenny's baby.
Mm-hmm.
They'll never be happy with Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
He
They
needs
hate
a
Jenny.
Indian egg donor baby.
Right. I mean, even if it was an Indian egg donor, do you think they would be happy?
Maybe.
Really?
Jenny looks tired. I don't think she can carry it. She looks like she's
Yeah.
been holding a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, Jenny definitely won't be able to do anything of that, but she would still be very much involved in their life. Like if they come to visit, if they want to be with their grandchild, it'll be Jenny. Jenny will be there. And I think the hate that Sumit's mom has for Jenny is insurmountable. There's nothing that can take it
Far too
away.
great. You're right.
Yes. It's wow. It's gone beyond anything.
Well,
Nothing.
maybe there's something in the water there because I remember there was that story recently. The oldest woman to give birth was in India, age 70.
Yeah. We know about the story. We
Wow.
studied it.
Wait, did she
Yeah.
give birth naturally or through like
No,
IVF?
there's no way. They did it by IVF.
What? Wow. All right. Well, how old is Jenny? I think she's younger than 70.
63.
All right. There's hope.
Hmm.
No, Jenny does not want to be carrying no baby.
Yeah.
And if Sumit said that he wanted to have a child, I think she would go crazy and she would not accept that.
Yeah. Especially since it's just to appease his family. I mean, it's so hard to live in a culture where it's like your happiness depends on other people's opinions. You have to conform so much. So I feel like, yeah, go to America, man.
I know. I would love to see him in America. That would be so good. I would watch a whole show of that.
But I
Sumit
think
in America.
he doesn't know. Like the only thing that he really holds value to is Jenny and his family. He doesn't really have like a job, so he doesn't really have, dreams of anything that America can give him. But you know what I mean? So maybe he needs to go to America first though and just like see how wonderful it is, and then maybe he'll fall in love with it.
Or like a vacation. Don't pose it as we're gonna move to America, but just pose it as, yeah, let's go on a vacation. Let's go visit my children. Jenny, yeah. Jenny
So if
did
you
say that.
wanted to convince somebody to move to America, where would you take them?
Disneyland.
Disneyland.
Find me a person who hates Disneyland. And I'll show you
Right?
someone who's probably a serial killer.
Disneyland, take them to, California.
Okay,
Everything
on a serious note,
California.
where would you go? Like, what is the one city, two cities you'd take someone to convince them, oh yeah, this is great?
Ah, man.
Boise, Idaho.
Have you ever
Varal liked
been?
it. Varal, I remember Varal from Indian Matchmaking. She loved it.
Mm. Hmm.
Boise, Idaho, huh?
Hmm.
Okay, what about Palo Alto?
Oh, also.
Yeah. Why? What's there? Stanford University?
The houses are really nice,
Oh, okay.
but in that like comfy, cozy way.
Convincing someone who is not of a wealthy background to move to a really wealthy American neighborhood, it's got to be within reach.
Okay,
Hmm.
okay.
She was somewhere like upstate New York or like Vermont or something.
Okay, hear
Oh,
me out here.
Vermont. I like Vermont. I mean, I've never
Las
been there, but I like the
Vegas,
idea.
Nevada.
You're gonna move to Las Vegas?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes.
Cheap, easy to find a job, and it's a pleasure capital.
Lots of good food there.
Well, it is hot
Mhm.
like India.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
what
it can
about
snow really well. You just go drive down to like or up, wherever they have snow.
Florida? You go fishing, kayaking. It's a relatively cheap living. No
Where?
taxes.
Miami?
Florida. Yeah, go Miami. Lots of diversity too. Brown people. Well, the large Indian population. Where's that?
Fremont,
There
California.
you go. Fremont. I'm taking to
Seriously.
Fremont. Taking there.
Okay. But yeah, what were you saying?
Okay. So I had an idea that why did he not have children with his first wife? Then it would have been, they wouldn't have that excuse with Jenny, and he could be with Jenny freely because they'd be like, well, you need to have children. You can't have a complete children. I have children with my first wife, right? You should have had that.
I don't know. Maybe the divorce would have been harder.
Yeah, true. But I mean, I'm sure he would have still gotten one, maybe.
Mm.
It's kind of crazy. Okay. He loves his parents so much. And he also mentions like traditional marriage, like traditional Indian wife things. It's like, why are you picking Jenny then? If you kind of want all of those traditional things, you just didn't like the lady. I mean, I guess this is true love. This is true love. That neither of them are willing to give up each other despite how many times people are going against. Like Jenny had to leave her whole family. I'm sure they were all against it. And now she has to deal with his parents hating her. And now he has to deal with his parents hating him and not being able to get some of those traditional things that he wanted. You know what I mean? Shouldn't they just give up? Shouldn't have one of them given up? Is Jenny the selfish one?
Yes.
Okay, you feel like Jenny should have been the one to cut this off.
Yes.
Hmm. What do you think, Will?
Why?
I don't know. Tell me yours first, and then we'll talk. I might change my answer.
Is he being the one being selfish? No, because I mean, she put up with all of his lies and all the stuff that he did. I don't think she's being selfish.
Not selfish, but shouldn't one of them have given up? Because they have so much adversity.
Giving up in favor of whom? Like just everything around them? Well,
Like breaking up. Like, you know what? Like Jenny should be like, you know what? Like your parents hate me. You want kids, this or that. Like, we're not good for each other, like go live your
No,
life.
That's
because
kind of where I was leaning towards. It's just
but their
like,
priority is not that. It's love. They love each other.
But
but
he
now
wants
she's all
to,
mad when he wants to do all of these things to salvage his family life too.
That's true.
and he wants to work now, as we see in the next episode, next song.
Yeah. And it's like, Jenny, you were marrying an obviously younger guy, so you should know or expect that these were going to come up.
I think maybe it's like what Kim and Usman's future would look like. It's because they had so much to fight for. It brought them together. You know what I mean? When they get up against that resistance, it made them want to fight even harder for it. So that may have now been good for them in the end. But now, for better or for worse, they are together and they do love each other. Their lives are intertwined. So
Yeah. I feel like Sumit should have been the one to give up on it. It's like, he loves his family so much. He doesn't even want to go to America. He wants to stay with his mom and his parents and fight for that. It's like, what? You just go with them then. Go be with them forever.
Yeah, but that's why he shouldn't have given up, because he felt like he could make both happen. That's why Jenny should have given up.
but he
I
should have
mean,
considered Jenny's old age. Now he's waiting for her to die so he can make his family
exactly.
happy.
He is happy. What do you mean? He said he's
He's waiting
happy.
for
He's
her
the
to die
happiest he's ever been.
so he can make his family happy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
So
Poor
he can have
Jenny.
kids and all of that. He knows he won't be able to have that with Jenny's
Yeah.
alive.
Everybody's waiting for Jenny to Jenny to
Jenny's
go.
gonna live to be a ripe old age of
Oh,
165.
I hope she does. I
Me
hope she lives
too.
forever.
I hope she outlives everyone in India.
Exactly. She outlives Sumit's mom.
Yeah, for sure. Just sock it to her, Jenny.
I'm so excited to see Jenny's reaction when Sumit tells her that he wants to have kids for his family.
Divorce.
Yeah.
Oh. And that's it.
Okay, I think do we want to talk about we already talked about Ed and Liz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
About
skip
who?
them. Ed and Liz.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, we
Okay.
did.
And there's nothing for Andre and Libby.
We'll see them next week in
Mm.
family therapy.
I know. Interesting. They're just doing it for the show, I'm sure.
For sure. Those people are not stupid.
Yeah.
They're stupid. Don't get me wrong. They're stupid, but they're not idiots.
All right. Thank you to everybody who gave us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps us keep creating the podcast. With that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Pew, 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 pew.
Yes, if you give us a 5-star review, we will read it. We don't even care if you're saying bad things about us. We will read that too, as long as it's 5 stars.
So send your requests now via 5-star reviews.
Yes, as long as it's 5 stars, even if it's